Robin.
Ah, man, I'm really happy. Ronnie is here from Ron and Fez. And, man, is he saving us, because Jimmy is in some kind of Theraflu buzz.
No, I don't feel buzzed. I just feel tired because I didn't sleep. But Theraflu doesn't buzz me. It fucking knocks out your cough.
Well, you're waking up, though. When we first started, there was a slowness to
I
you.
haven't slept. This is like, I'm just loopy because my sleep has been so bad lately.
Yeah.
And I'm very fucking tired.
Oh, Bush, because of Ronnie. See what E-Rock does?
Yeah, it was nice. It's a theme show.
Isn't it amazing?
It's a theme show.
And people put all that together out there and go, wow, this is just an amazing radio show. They're on it.
Yeah, they are on it.
They're on it.
If you haven't thought, suddenly the music will come up.
Right.
That's the great thing about it. But I'm just glad here, when I heard Ant was in the hospital, I just I got to be here for my guys.
Absolutely.
But this is the time we come together in this business.
That's right.
I mean, this is the only business that loves and cares about each other.
Really.
And now, where is he right now?
He's on a cruise.
Yeah.
And he only tweets once a day. Yesterday it was monkeys. He's hanging out with monkeys. Yeah, exactly.
But
Ring
I'm
the
not
bell.
saying, yeah.
Ring the bell. But he's doing a lot of stuff that I didn't think he would do. He swam with dolphins. He was doing his gambling. He said he raped the casino.
He swam with Larry Zonka. The dolphins.
Can you imagine?
There should be a thing where Mercury Morris is down there for $50. You can take a lap with him. Where is he? Is he Bahamas? Where's he at?
Hold on. As funny as that is,
Yeah.
Tell me that's not a possibility down the road.
I don't know why they don't
Tell
do
me
it.
it's not a possibility.
Well, you know what's really funny? I don't know whether you guys ever hung out in Miami long, but all the guys from that undefeated team never moved away, and they still do gigs. So
Really?
you could come to Radio Shack and meet the pulling guard
right.
for the 72 Dolphins. None of them have ever left. And every day you turn on the radio and they're on somewhere. At that time, I thought we had a chance. We were 13-0, and we were going into D.C. And you're like, really? You're still fucking talking about this season?
It's kind of like going to that local bar and seeing the high school quarterback still fucking living the moment.
Yes, it is.
But I mean, these guys had an actual real moment.
But you're right. It's at a time that you peaked. And speaking of which, when's Sinbad coming in?
8:30.
8:30.
You have any stories about Sinbad?
No, but Sinbad is the kind of the 80s.
Sure he is.
The 80s comic.
I wanted to talk
Jimmy
to
was
him.
very
I
excited
really wanted
to
talk
to Sinbad.
Yeah.
Me, not so much, but we'll see how it goes.
That'll be fine.
I will tell you this.
He was never one of my favorites. He obviously was very successful.
He was a good stand-up. I mean, he was kind of family-friendly, but when you watch some of his stuff, you're like, oh, yeah, he really was a funny dude.
Let me tell you something. This is a fucking true story. In the 80s, I went into a comedy club in Florida. Sinbad was on stage. To this day, I've never saw a comic kill as bad as he did.
Wow.
I mean, the audience was going fucking crazy, where people were running out of their seats. One guy dove on the floor and acted like he was swimming. I mean, people they were running up the wall and across the top of the ceiling. And I think it was still in the early days of, hey, a black guy's in here and he's nice, and we feel like there was some kind of perfect storm that came together for him.
Wow.
In the 80s, but people were fucking... And I think he's the comic who invented the line, ladies love to go shopping, which kind of all the black comics have picked up. But I believe he was the first who brought up the fact
he was the first guy.
that women shop. And after that, no black comic has let go of that premise. We'll be doing this, they be shopping.
Right.
We go to a football game, they be shopping.
They be shopping.
You sleeping? She's shopping. And they love that bit. But I honest, and to me, I always like when anyone is the breakthrough guy. I think that's his. I think he came up with that.
He had a funny. I don't remember what the line was. It was something about how men get hair implants too quickly or transplants. Fuck, I don't remember what the line was, but
Holy shit.
It was something about how, no. Because the joke was, he just said something about how men get hair transplants and they think nobody notices.
Yeah.
Now, if you're bald-headed on Wednesday, do you know that joke I'm talking about?
No,
it was very funny.
It's never so much the material, but he is such a likable guy that people are like, he didn't
hurt anybody. His stuff was safe.
Yeah, I guess, but it's
You could
not...
turn him on TV, and no one's going to be hurt by it.
And he was funny. It's like you'd find yourself like going like, I'm not gonna laugh, and then you're like, he really is a fucking good comic. Like he was a He was a good comic.
Fuck, I don't even know if he was good now.
Yeah,
now that's something else I'm going to check out later today.
He hosted Showtime at the Apollo.
Whatever happened to him? Because then he just went away.
I don't know.
Will he talk about it?
Didn't he ran into some money problems because he was on The Apprentice? And
I didn't even know he was on The
up.
Apprentice.
Yeah, like a couple years ago when they did. It wasn't even Celebrity Apprentice. It was just the regular one.
Really? He said, I need a gig.
But I also remember that he used to do these funk shows, remember?
Sure.
So it would be him and funk bands.
Okay.
And they would, I think, be in the Bahamas because we're tying this all together.
Maybe he was trying to stretch himself a little too thin, and it fell apart on him. But Ant's on a cruise. He's 2 weeks. And people are making fun of him. He's got the big, huge suite above the guy that's driving the boat. He's got that spot.
So he's looking out the front of the boat.
But yes.
Yeah.
From his own balcony. No one's bothering him.
Yeah.
He tweeted a couple.
Classy. He's got a fucking shirt with anchors on it.
Oh, sure.
Miller Lite.
There he is.
Hey,
Did you see him working at McDonald's?
that's a bad clip.
Man, just go ahead and cook some burgers. Don't go out. You walk in McDonald's, them little kids be confused. They got pictures of food on the cash register. They don't have any more money, pictures of food, and still got to be trained. I have some fries.
Look at
What's he
what
wearing?
he's wearing. What is that?
I just got here last week.
Is that chaps?
And he's kind of rocking a kid and play hair, which is great.
Yeah.
Well, it just shows that it's the 80s, right?
Yeah.
That might be the problem. You ever, Ronnie obviously ran the comedy club in Florida for a while, and we're going to have the Bill Hicks guys on tomorrow.
Oh, those guys are great. I did something at the Friars Club when the movie first came out.
You saw the movie?
With them, yeah.
I saw it. What did you think?
I liked it very much.
I liked it very much, too, and what makes that strange is they don't really have any video of Bill Hicks off the stage, but they made it work with pictures.
Yeah, and a lot of the friends that were there. He was kind of a man out of the time, right? I think,
Absolutely. But you listen to his stuff now, it makes sense today. His comedy's not dated. Bill Hicks?
No. He was amazingly, and again, he also didn't play to the audience. I was saying this when I had to do this panel with them. Is like I thought the interesting thing about Bill Hicks is that he was a Southern guy saying these things that he said. He didn't play to the audience. He was like, "Look, not only am I here to make you laugh, but I'm trying to wake you up a little bit." But I did this panel.
Not easy to do, by the way.
And Bert Lahr's son writes for the New Yorker, and he was the Cowardly Lion.
Sure. Lahr, that's great.
And this guy, I think his name is John Lahr, and he's a great writer, and he looks just like Bert Lahr.
Really?
So I couldn't, we're supposed to, and they would say, what do you think about Hicks? And I would just be looking at Bert Lahr the whole time. I'm king of the forest. But have you seen this doc yet, Jimmy?
I have literally never watched anything more than a minute on Hicks. I don't know any of the stuff. And I've heard he's great. I've heard nothing but good stuff from comedians. Love him. But it's like, at this point, I just don't want to see another comic and become influenced by. Like, I don't want to pick up something from Hicks and not, like...
And not realize it.
Yeah, because I see too many guys I know have been influenced by him. And I just don't want to know. I heard he's great, and I don't want to know.
Yeah.
It might sound ignorant, but I have the guys I love, and I just don't want to fucking watch another guy. But this I'll watch.
But man, I mean, still pictures. This movie's a lot of still pictures. And then when they go to the real people at the end, I was kind of bummed because they really made those pictures move, right?
Right.
They got some technology going on. Some way past Ken Burns shit at this point.
I just saw another doc the other night of this. It was like back in the 70s, and they tried to teach a monkey to talk. I don't know if you remember that thing. It was called Project Nihm, and it was these guys at Columbia, and they had a monkey, and they would teach them sign language.
Yeah.
But because it was 70s, they were also smoking dope with them. Everything was so off the fucking rails in this country. I swear to God, I would probably pick 5 documentaries before I would see any movie these days.
I'm a big documentary fan.
They're so fucking funny of just how stupid we are.
What happened to the monkey when they were all smoking dope?
I am telling you, they made so many mistakes with this monkey, and I don't want to give it away for people, But he ends up, they're going to do fucking medical experiments. Like, they literally threw the monkey away after teaching him a language. So they're going to do stuff, and now he's fucking hand signaling, help me, help me. It's like you're killing a 5-year-old. Because suddenly they're like, well, the only thing we know how to fight AIDS with is monkey juice. I don't know what happened there for a while, but in the 80s, everything came about like monkey AIDS. So, but it was fucking...
What's the name of this thing?
I think it's called Project Nihm.
Project Nihm.
Project Nihm.
Fuck, Ronnie's giving me a whole bunch of shit I gotta check out.
Well, it's the same guy who won the Oscar for Man on a Wire. Did you ever see that one?
I love Man on a Wire.
Yeah, same director.
Oh yeah, he had all pictures. He had no video, and he says, "Remember we interviewed him?
Philippe.
Philippe Petit,
very, very full of himself. Remember that, Jimmy?
Is that right?
He was an absolute ass, as I might have been if I had the balls. If you have balls enough to do that and to lay down and look up,
I mean, one shot of him laying down in between the towers and that wire
with his foot hanging off,
one of the most chilling things I've ever seen.
That's even scarier than Alain Robert. You ever see him? He's the guy who climbs buildings.
Oh yeah, it's like a Spider-Man deal.
But I mean, he uses no equipment,
just his hands,
and powder. But he climbed the
That's not as scary as him laying down on the wire.
I agree. I think the wire is scarier.
He just lays down in the middle to check out the view.
And he said there was a bird above him. And I can't comprehend
I so
that.
wish they had video of that. They don't. They have video from the street a little bit, right? If I remember correctly from the documentary.
I don't know. Do they?
But most of that movie's still shots. But just what they went through to get that done.
Well, what do you think the exact height is before it starts to kick in for you that it's too high? There's got to be like a measurement, like 8 feet. You're like, whatever. But when it starts to get like 9.5 feet, 10 feet, 12 feet.
That's not bad either, even though it'll probably kill you anyway. But
right.
I don't know.
I mean, at a certain point where you say, I would not walk across, let's say, the pipe.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, remember when you used to walk across pipes when you were kids?
Then it would have to be right around 20 feet.
10, 12 feet, because you break your
10 or
leg.
12?
Yeah, only if you break your ankle. You wouldn't die, but you'd break your ankle, your fucking knee.
But that real fear kicks in, I think, 20 feet.
I get vertigo after a certain height. I'm completely inconsolable.
And it all starts to spin on you, and
it makes me. Me and Kenny walked across the Golden Gate Bridge when I was in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And if I stop and would look up at the structure on the bridge, I get like, I gotta touch something. Like looking up fucking horrifies me.
So you can't look over the edge?
I did. I made myself. Then I got comfortable.
Have you done the Brooklyn Bridge walk when you go back and forth to Brooklyn?
It's great.
Because there's like a grate, so you're walking over and can look right down and see the river.
It's great.
And I can't believe like most people like just do that to go back and forth to work.
I know.
Because it seems like to me like a daredevil trait.
Are you scared of heights?
No, I'm not crazy about them, but I get more of a thing of what happened if I shoved someone or jumped off here. You know what I mean? Like I think if you've got a good imagination, it starts to fucking kick in.
Yeah, I think that happens to most of us. I really do.
When you think
you get the feeling of maybe I'll just jump, and
Right.
you go, "Oh my God, can I even trust myself enough to be standing on this ledge still?"
Or
so then
like
you back away.
if I grab these two guys in a headlock and jump, how fucking weird would that look? You know, because they get in the look of some like I could actually picture people explaining it later. Like, yeah, he just grabbed the baby from that lady and he jumped. He was fucking laughing crazy, swinging the baby over his head.
How are you with like glass floors? You ever done one of those?
I don't even know if I've ever run into a.
There's one in Toronto. CN Tower. And then the guys turn us on to their glass boxes in Chicago, and you walk right out into the glass box.
I did that.
Oh, you did that?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
is
the
this,
Sears Tower.
The Sears Tower. Oh, they just added that box.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, and that looks like, you know, it looks like Mars just built it himself. Like it doesn't. It was not part of the original building.
No. It's
and
an
it's just
add-on.
added like fucking people do that live in trailer parks and call it like, oh, this is our back deck.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the one in Toronto, you walk across a glass floor and it drops down easily 1,000 feet, whatever it is. And I don't know what it is. You're obviously safe, but you feel you want to get to the other side. You want to tiptoe. You fucking your mind just plays tricks.
The one in the Sears Tower is scary. I'm trying to find a photo. I have photos from it. It's very scary. If you don't
why
like
is
heights.
it scary?
No.
You're totally safe in there.
Yeah, but you're standing out there on glass, and when you look left, you see other people in the next box, and when you look down, it's like you're 1,100 feet in the air. It's
Just
fucking
floating.
horrendous. Very scary.
It's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
it's
really
a terrible idea.
You think?
Yeah, but have you been to the Grand Canyon?
I want to do that.
You don't have.
I'd be scared, but
you don't have any fear at the Grand Canyon because it's too high.
True.
So you go out to the Grand Canyon, you just look down, and you're like, fucking around like you fall, because you don't even imagine that it's real.
Did you walk out on the glass thing?
Nah, I don't even know where the glass thing is there. The Grand Canyon is pretty big.
Did you hike it?
No. What am I going to go down in the middle of that?
We went all the way down.
No.
My brother. That was my brother's idea, though. I wasn't all in, but it was something he wanted to do.
Because it takes
all the way
like
down.
a long time, right?
Yeah, and there's signs everywhere. Don't hike to the river and back in one day. And there, in the bookshop, it's a huge, thick book, all the deaths at the Grand Canyon. They really sell it. Don't do this. And my brother was obsessed. He's like, we're going. And we did it.
Was it worth it, or was it like fucking...
I have a story to tell now. We hiked out at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. You don't know what the fuck's on the trail when the sun goes down. It was creepy as all
So you were
hell.
just bitching up a storm coming back to like...
I was hurting.
Oh, that's stupid.
That's the high. I'm showing him the picture I've showed you up. It's,
That's stupid.
Sitting in
It's
the
a
glass
stupid
box.
idea.
You wouldn't do that just for the...
No,
No?
I fucking Photoshop it.
It's very fucking high.
Yeah.
But you do really think of falling.
But being in the middle of the Grand Canyon as the sun's going down with no one around, holy shit. That's a moment. That's a moment. We had a blast. I was dehydrated when I...
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do that.
Why?
Too much exercise.
Just walking and fucking feet hurt and shit, and there's dirty.
We were pretty fucking
Fucking
tired.
mules.
Yeah.
And then our...
Do you have a mule with you?
No, we just...
I gotta have a mule.
My brother takes off because he saw the river was in sight, and he said, "Fuck you, old man." He's 6 years younger than me, and he went and left me right the fuck behind. So, but we're having the Bill Hicks guys in tomorrow for that documentary.
Okay.
I don't know. The movie's not for everyone, obviously, Ronnie. Right?
No, it's not.
Got to be a comedy fan. Did you ever have Bill at your club?
Yeah, I actually worked a week with Bill a long time ago when I was just kind of starting out. I middled for him, and it was the weirdest thing is, and I know Jimmy, you can relate to this, is like I did better than him because I was doing this really prepared set, and then he went up there and was kind of tubing as he was experimenting in front of people, but like every joke he did was like a kick in my stomach, like, oh God, that's real. Oh God, now my fucking shit. So like I was all, and we were playing just some shitty fucking thing, and people were coming up later going, "You're so much funnier," and I'm like, shut up. I'm fucking going home and I'm changing everything. I worked a year on something that's stupid. Just because you fucking assholes are laughing at it doesn't mean shit to me.
When they say, like, you should have been the headliner, and you're like, you don't understand how funny the guy was that you just saw.
Right.
Yeah, believe me, I've had that where because you look at the thing you do, in the middle is a cake spot.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to warm them up, and you don't have the pressure of closing. So you go up there and fucking bang it out for 25 minutes, and you know what you did. You know what I mean? It's like some of the material's good, some of it's primitive.
Right.
And then a real actor's on stage after you and not doing as well, and you almost feel embarrassed that you killed in front of him.
Yeah, and it was really just that thing of like he was fucking walking the tightrope, and I was like, "Do you ever notice when you're smoking pot?" And they're like, "Yeah, fuck, we have smoked pot. This is great." And like, what's that thing? You're just fucking one after another, and you're just doing really well, and you've been working like a while to get to it, and you felt like, fuck yeah, now I got it. And then like he's up there, and he's just fucking, I'm just watching his mind go from one place to the other, and it was just kind of, all right, fuck, stupid, yeah, lazy, fucking lazy. But like then I got to, we just stayed in the same condo, so I talked to him all week, and we hung out, and he was really a fucking brilliant guy. I mean, he was really, and we get to know all the funny, fucking brilliant guys that there is. But he was a really brilliant guy. And the fucking weirdest thing is like, just by staying alive, I don't know if you'd be a lot better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know whether that was, peak or what, like I don't know if Carlin would have died in the 70s, would he still be Carlin, to people? Probably, I mean, you add more stuff, but I don't know whether it would have been more and more new or whatever.
But you wonder what kind of metamorphosis, because Carlin went through metamorphosis. Like, he changed a lot of what he was doing. He became angrier as he got older, and I liked his later stuff better.
The very end of it, he hated the human race so much.
Everybody.
It was just so fucking interesting.
I say so fucking awesome.
I agree.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing that he just called out everybody.
You are all
He was
diseased.
creating right to the fucking end.
His last one was sad, I thought, because he looked like he was slowing down. The one he did in front of the tombstone, did you ever see that one?
No.
He had some heart trouble that year. He had put some weight on. Wasn't his best work, but I think because that was health. But You Are All Diseased was just, I think his wife had passed away, and he was unloading on people accurately. Oh, it was great. I loved him angry.
Why did you stop doing stand-up, Ronnie? I don't think I ever asked you that.
For me at the time, because I had like a big radio show and I was just staying in that area, it got to be the same
Too much.
thing. And I would go out and everybody like, "Hey," and then I didn't challenge myself, so I just fucking went off of it. But I don't see a big difference from what I did on stage than what I do here. Because I wasn't doing a lot of prepared material. I was just going out. So
Do you miss the interaction of the audience,
no,
though?
not at all.
Really?
Not even slightly.
Would you ever go back to
I don't
it?
think they had. I think I could go back to it. Yeah.
Of course you could.
But I don't know. I couldn't do what Jimmy does, where I'm up late and then I'm traveling. I'm coming. I just
You'd have to-
the traveling thing is just something like I want to travel for fun, not for.
Well, would you do it
gigs.
locally?
I don't even know if I'd. I mean, what would be the difference? What would be the addition?
That's a good question.
It's a different animal, and to the degree of like what I like
Just-
about it is the immediacy of knowing how funny it is.
Getting the reaction right away.
the
'Cause
immediacy, yeah.
What sucks about radio, we don't know. We don't even know if this is
I
working
absolutely
right now.
do know. That's the fucking. Seriously, I fucking know. I'm like, I know I'm off on a bad tangent. I'm going to stop and I'm going to get on a good tangent.
Oh, yeah. Well, you
But-
know some of that shit.
But I don't know if I even want to just be funny all the time. I think what I like about doing radio is that you just don't have to, hey, they paid money, so I got to give them something, I'd rather sit down and just fucking talk about something.
And mix it up. Get serious.
You
get
can
funny.
meander, as they say.
Yeah.
But when I see what Charlie Sheen is doing now and some of his work, I'm like, yeah, it's still.
Well, do you know what's fun about live stand-up is like, because on the radio, again, even when you don't know exactly how they're feeling, there's no pushback. But I like when I'm doing stand-up, if I'm talking about a subject where I know I'm cutting off their exits, like I know how audiences are and they want to disagree and they want to,
Right.
but almost like I know where I'm going to go, and I like fucking setting it up so they can't back out and groan at me or fucking walk away. I like kind of pinning them into where they have to laugh at it because they feel hypocritical if they don't.
What do you like doing better? You're the guy doing both.
I love for different reasons. Radio is amazing because we could just sit here and talk.
Right.
But the stand-up is it's a very powerful feeling.
Yeah.
Do you think in the last 5 years your stand-up has changed a lot, though? Do you feel like you're still making the kind of changes that you did when you were younger, or?
Yeah, more so, I think, yeah. Because I've gotten less, because I have my own fan base and people will come.
Right.
I'm less worried about winning them over. Like, I know I have to be funny. I don't
Right.
mail it in. But I know I have enough confidence to go, I'm a funny guy, I'm a good comedian. So even when I'm missing, I can kind of relax and find where I want to go with it. I'm much more comfortable exploring now. But I don't do it as much as I did a few years ago because the schedule is grueling. I used to do 7 sets on a weekend. I would do 4 on Saturday. I don't know, I held my hand up. 4 and 3 Friday.
But you're also, touring a lot more than you used to, right? I mean, you're constantly in a plane. You're
Headline gigs, yeah, because the
Yeah.
money. It's great to go out and make the cash.
I just think that's so rough, though, man. When I see you doing it, like you're working here and then go and do a weekend across the country and then be back here. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how he does
It's
it.
just brutal.
I really don't know how he does it.
I like having this to come back to, though. It's a corny, but it's like coming back to this is my regular gig. I love this gig. I really do.
Right.
And I love coming back to it. I love knowing it's here.
What Ronnie's saying, I mean, you'll leave on a Thursday to L.A. or Irvine was the last one, I guess, and then you're back here on Monday. I can't even imagine that.
I love it. I love being busy. Because
Right.
all the guys that aren't, man, all the guys that that don't do radio, that just dropped out, man, those guys that didn't want to, the guys that would just wanted to take off New Year's Eve and hang out with their friends and stuff like that, they're miserable now. They're like, well, how do you get on TV? Like
How do you get on TV?
Yeah, man.
How do you do it?
Because they didn't do the work, man.
Yeah.
They're miserable.
You mentioned Charlie Sheen in there. Does that remind you of the old road shows?
Oh God!
I'm looking at Charlie Sheen and I'm getting like reports here and there, and I'm like, this is an O&A road show. It's a Ron and Fez road show where you just. Although you guys organize them way better than we ever did, but where you just go up there and make it up as you go and hope something sticks. That's what he's doing, Charlie Sheen. He's doing a typical radio road show in front of everybody. He's even having the girls kiss. Remember when there was a lull in the fucking road shows? You go, let's just find some broads to kiss on stage. That'll help this.
Is he gonna? How many more is he gonna do? Those?
He said it's 20 altogether. He was in Cleveland last night. I think Travis. I don't know if he's around or close. I should say he got a standing ovation, but supposedly
so it's getting better and better.
No, he had a Cleveland Indians jersey on.
Smart idea.
And then came out and said, "I'm filming Major League 3 in Cleveland." So how does the audience turn on you at that point?
Oh, he was the smart. Here's what he did. He went up and said, "That's the equivalent of give yourselves a hand for coming out."
Yeah.
Fucking.
We all know the tricks.
Yeah.
If you need to, you pull one of those tricks out of your back pocket.
Fuck yeah, but you know what? He's not a stand-up. He's surviving. He's getting better with every gig. So you know what? Fuck it. More
What do you think? We argue this point all the time when we're seeing these video clips of Charlie. We're saying he's more manic, and I think I did hear you say that on your show. And who was saying? No, Jay Moore was saying no way.
He looked high, but
he looks fucking high as a kite.
Well, a lot of times when you come off drugs, you're like that, though.
Yeah.
A lot of times, most people who become addicted, it's kind of a self-medicating thing, So he knows. He knows his fucking mind is crazy. I mean, when you see the way that he talks and what he's doing, would you like to be that way all the time? It's fucking rough. Mm-hmm. It's just rough to have your thoughts spinning around like that in your head. I fucking feel for the guy.
But you think he's clean? It's just more of the manic thing, right?
Yeah, but I think his manic thing is like anyone else doing meth. I think it's like if you were on a fucking 8-day meth run. I think that's just the way his brain is. But he could have fucked up, his entire system through the partying that he was doing.
I think he also caught this fucking lightning. Hey, this crazy thing. All of a sudden, people are loving it.
Guy is terrible.
People are loving it.
That one hurt, huh, Jimmy?
Oh, it did it. It's dry in my throat. And then he kind of had to crazy it up.
Right.
Fuck me. Oh, it's not good.
All right, drink some water.
Some water. We're going to lose him.
He's also playing up to what people think he is, too, right?
Yeah, he's William Shatner. Now, Shatner took like fucking 20 years to be like, oh, wait, they're laughing at me?
Right.
Let me get it. Like, he did it immediately.
Right.
Fucking immediately.
I agree. But then the stupid news, they're like, oh, look how crazy he is. It's like, no, now he's playing up to the fact that you want to see crazy Charlie. Did you see, speaking of crazy, Meatloaf?
Yeah,
The Apprentice meltdown?
Did you think that was even real either?
Fuck yeah, because we talked to Meatloaf.
Yeah.
He's nuts.
Meat's angry.
Did you see the documentary of Meatloaf on tour? I'm going to turn you... Oh,
Believe
you saw
it or
it
not,
already?
I didn't say it. No, I didn't say
I'm
it.
going to turn you on to
the
that.
Meatloaf on tour documentary.
You have to see it because he's a hypochondriac and he has all these people around trying to get them together to go on stage.
They say whatever age you become a star at, you stay that age mentally. You don't fucking expand. And that's why, like, the worst thing can happen is, like, be a Danny Bonaducci. You know what I mean? Where it happens, like, when you're 11. Then you don't grow out of it. But if it happens, like, when you're 21, 22, what you want is a nice, slow climb. And then you fucking mature and you've got all this work behind
That's all right. You got to see the Meatloaf thing. I'm telling you right now.
I worry about him.
Do you?
I worry about meat.
Can we see this, Danny?
No.
You seen this yet,
Gets
Jimmy?
mad.
You do not want to with me.
Oh, we got to do the E.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Gorse for News Now. With
These new girl.
Celebrity don't
I'd love to rip her hair out.
You're missing stuff. Yeah. You sure Alton and
His
all
art
that is
supplies were
actually
missing.
Gary's?
No. Gary, did you buy this paint right here? Yeah.
But Meatloaf doesn't believe him.
I bought those mother sponges. Part of that paint is mine. I'm sick and tired of you mother.
No. That was all mine in my basket.
You look in my eyes. I am the last person in the world you ever wanna with.
Is this too real,
He
Ronnie?
eventually
I
finds
think
the
it's
stash
the thing
elsewhere,
is, it's not
leading
a way
to
a
an
real
emotional
man gets
hug it
angry,
out
though,
session
right?
between the
I mean, you
dudes.
wouldn't take that long to fucking yell out those words. You'd leap.
It reminds me of Fezzi. When Fezzi loses his mind, he gets a little, a
See,
little vicious.
But that's the thing is like no one thinks Fez is going to jump. He
No.
just it's more about hey, watch how I'm acting.
Yeah.
Look what I'm doing.
I don't think Meatloaf jumps at you.
No.
I think it's all just a nice.
I think he was very hot under the collar there, though.
Oh,
Yeah, he
boy,
was a little.
It's a lot
Slightly.
longer than that, but
He has a great fucking Kennedy story, which I can't do justice. But he was in Dealey Plaza. He was like he was there when Kennedy came out of left field. He has a great presidential.
Is that right?
Yes.
yeah. Isn't that weird? That's what we got at him. See, we do a good interview every once in a while.
Everybody
Ronnie.
everyone
once in a
talks
while we
about
get
that.
one.
Everybody just says you guys fucking just nail it one after another.
just hit it out of the park.
fucking top of the key shit. Just fucking blast.
Every
Just
once in a while,
raining.
we close our eyes and we'll hit it out of the park. You know, Ronnie is fucking the greatest interviewer.
All of our
It's just
interviews start
amazing.
like this. So what's going on?
Yeah. So what's up with you now?
Look at some of our stuff that we have here. I'm going to bring in an intern. Check him out.
All right. Jesus.
Who's your favorite interview? You've interviewed Kevorkian, and you've interviewed some fucking great people, man.
Oh, fuck. I don't know if I have a favorite.
Was he that a good one?
Kevorkian is just so strange. Like, there was nothing. You know what I mean? Like, Kevorkian and Jesse Ventura are the same type of thing. You're not going to open up anything there. They're just where they are. Like, I think Kevorkian, even though I agree 100% with the message, he's fucking nuts.
Really?
I mean, he dug fucking killing people. He got off on it.
Really?
He likes death. Now, in the meantime, should you be able to fucking help somebody on to the next plane? Yeah, I got no problem with that. You would do it for a friend, wouldn't you? A fucking heartbeat.
In a second, you brought up something. You like getting something out of a person, a little something different, right?
I kind of just like
Like
to
a
find out-
reveal.
No. I never look for that.
Do you like when someone surprises you and really, really tells you some stuff?
Yeah,
where
I
you're
mean, like
opening them up
I
a
never
little
go
bit?
looking for that hot fucking thing to put out. You know.
No, I understand that.
But yeah, no, I just like them to. I like them.
Like, who surprised you? Where you thought, all right, I think I could do 20 minutes with this person, but then by the end of it, you were like, I was surprised.
Well, you know
how
what?
well
I
that
will
went.
say this, and Jimmy's done the Unmasked show with me. I just don't think people get how bright comedians are, like how fucking smart comedians are, because I don't know if you can be funny without being fucking smart. And,
Voss.
Well,
The destroyer of that theory.
well, sometimes the exception makes the rule. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have a rule until you go, oh, see, there's the exception. Yes, there's always going to be something. But, no, I would love to actually do one of those with Voss, too, because I think it would be interesting at the end of it. But
honestly, he's got great
Voss is
stories.
great.
I think he's absolutely...
You really should do it.
I've actually talked to him about it before, but I think he's a fucking one of the most interesting people that I've ever fucking talked to. And I met Voss back when he was like fucking crazy.
Oh, really?
Years and years and years ago when he was
right.
with Frankie Bastille. And I'm trying to think who the other guy was, but all three of these fucking guys were so fucking scary drug heads.
Really?
Yeah.
Voss scary?
Voss is the first person I ever heard the word crack from. This is how early it was that he was like saying, I want to get back for crack. And I'm like, crack? What the fuck are you talking? You know, wasn't even in the papers yet.
Really?
You know, and then finally I'm like, oh, you mean freebase? And he's like, no, yeah, but they do it for you. I'm like, who does? Who would fucking buy? I thought it was like the worst business plan ever.
Right.
Like freebase and takes all day. Fuck it. Let's just snort it. But he had fucking said, no, they do it for you. It's crack. I'm like, wow. All right. So he was, and like even running with people that were, fucking way out there. So for him to come back, I never would have predicted.
You didn't think he would?
Yeah, no, I just thought, that fucking guy.
I love Voss. He's
me
one of
too.
my favorites, man. I love him. I love when he does
Just
the
wish he
radio
was
show.
smarter.
And he's, but here's the other thing about Voss too. How many years have we been doing it, like relentlessly fucking funny for decades?
Yeah.
And again, to me, that's always fucking fascinating to just be, whatever, big gig, smaller gig, boom, boom, boom. No, you'll never say he doesn't bring it.
And he's pretty fearless on, like, he really will make fun of anybody, and he really will hit anybody. He hits below the belt. Like, Voss, when you get fucking Voss is dangerous when he's against the ropes, because he just claws anywhere, and he can say some really funny below the belt shit.
He knows how to survive.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, you got to cover up when he's around because he's fucking good.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a break. Was this the story you tweeted about yesterday, Jimmy, the paraplegic grandfather?
I love him.
You love this story, huh?
Sure.
All right, we're going to get into that. Maybe we'll do some news, see what's going on out there, and more with Ronnie B.
What was the last word that was said today? That ought to hold the little fuckers.